What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson. Welcome back to another episode of Burndown. So, if you missed the last episode, we took the Malibu all the way to KP Fab and Tune. We put it on the dyno, and we did good. We were close to our goal. I was shooting for 600 wheel horsepower. We didn't quite get there. 590. Although, I know the car will do it all day long because we weren't even, you know, at maximum capacity.
I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
The boosters weren't engaged, the muffler bearing was a little loose, and we didn't make it, needless to say. But the culprit, I think, in my opinion, which we're gonna find out today, was the battery. So at speed, at like 5 grand and up, actually less than that, I can check the data logs, but it basically wasn't making enough voltage to keep up with the pump. The volts were going down. That brings the fuel pressure down. You don't have fuel, things lean out and things go boom. And we didn't really want to do that, so we honestly didn't push it. I still made like 587 at the tire, which is phenomenal considering, like I said, we weren't pushing it because we didn't have the fuel. Let's go take a look. I got a new battery courtesy of my friend Daniel. He has a hookup, so he said, here, go here, get your battery, talk to this guy. And everything worked out, and the guy was really nice, and they gave me my battery. I got a warranty and everything, so we're gonna install that today. And then I have my ground in the wrong spot, so we're gonna double check that. And let's go take a look. Let's just go see what we got. And Peaches wants to say hi. Say hi, Peaches. Say hi, Peaches. Oh, she's crazy dog. And she got a bath. She's all squeaky clean, huh? You're all squeaky clean and soft, huh? Come on, let's go see the Malibu. Let's go see. Ah! Alright, let's go check this thing out. Awesome hood pin. Maybe change these cables one of these days. We got some updates. We got some updates we need to do. Alright, so performance plus high crank-in calcium design. Although this has a little green glow light thing in it, and it doesn't have, you can't take the lid off. Maintenance free, right? Anyways, the positive terminal on this has not been cooked like the other one, so hopefully everything fits nicely and that works out well. Although my ground strap, this is my ground from the battery, I have it going down to the engine block. Apparently that is not correct. This should go to the frame. So I have this going to the engine block, and then I have this jumper here that goes down to the frame. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna change the position of this and go to the frame, run this jumper. I may run another little jumper to make sure we have enough grounds. Apparently you can't have enough grounds. Fuel injection electronics really like that. And then once that is done, we will hook the battery up. We can start it and we can test voltage, make sure this thing's putting it out. I did change this on the dyno, but I gave it back, and we'll start with that. And then if this is an issue, I will go get my own, because I borrowed that. KP Fab and Tune is awesome, and he always hooks me up and helps me out. So he let me run that alternator on the dyno so we can see if we can get make the power, but it didn't work, so we'll start over. Lastly, this valve cover, in a previous episode when I did the springs and the head change and all that, when I pulled it off, the baffle on the bottom side of this actually came loose, so I just took it off and threw it out, right? Well, now when it's under load and there's oil going through everything, it actually spits oil out and gets all over here and burns a bunch of oil. So I have another dirty ass valve cover, so we're gonna take this one off, clean the other one up, put my little filter on the other valve cover so it doesn't spit oil out, and then we will button things up and try it. All right, here's my ground strap cable, and then this one goes to the frame, and I think what I'm gonna do is we'll get underneath there, and I think I'm just gonna drill a hole through, and we'll clean it up real good, and then I'll do a bolt. I do like self-tappers, but they frown on those at the track because they say they can come loose and cause problems and all that fun stuff. So I think we'll just go straight down here. Somewhere we'll lay down there and see where the best spot is. We'll just drill a hole because it should be easy access, and then we'll just through bolt it, and then that will be our ground change. And then I got this strap going to the block still, and then I've got a little body ground. We'll clean this and make sure that is grounded better. because I guess that's probably not very clean. So maybe we'll pick a different bolt for this guy, and then maybe we'll just add one more ground somewhere else. So we'll see. Let's go assess this. So I don't really have anything in the way down here. This thing will have to get tied up somehow, but yeah, there's plenty of room. I can get a drill motor, and then I can get to the backside of like a bolt. So we'll clean this off, pick a spot. I will punch a hole, and then we will through bolt this guy. Bam. Styling. All right, so here's what we have. I also have this body ground, which is probably not the best, but it was part of here, so I plugged it in anyway. So we have this, we've had that. This bolt actually holds the intake manifold on, and it has a coating. So I swapped that to the steam port little cap off deal, because this is just all raw material. So this is a body ground. This guy is still connected, and then we've got our main ground. So before we start this thing, get it all hot, let's take all of this off, get this cover off here, and then I will go find a different one that's clean. I have some truck ones that are nice and seasoned right here. So maybe we'll, yeah, oh, there you go. That is what I'm talking about. So, but this has a baffle in it. And then this still has a little port. So I think I can use my breather. I have to go see what that breather is. I don't know if it plugs in or what it does. Let's go. So it's funny, I replaced this gasket thinking the gasket was bad, but you can just see my little sock thing I made is just full of oil. So it was catching some of it, but this thing is just spewing a bunch of oil. That thing is just saturated. Yeah, that guy is. All right, well, pretty much the same deal. And then I don't have to spend any time cleaning because the inside of this one is good. We'll just kind of squirt it out a little bit, make sure it's good. And I can put this guy here. Life is good. So swipe it down real quick, and then we'll put this on. Just to really show you what I'm talking about side by side. So this keeps the oil from going out there. So this one doesn't have it. It fell off, and I just threw it away and was like, I don't need that. I got the filter. Well, this thing just blows stuff right out of it. So we were gonna put this one on, and then it should obviously keep the oil from really pouring out like it did with this guy. Not nearly as much fun, not gonna lie. Kind of looks awesome. Kind of looks plain. Looks amazing. Huh, well, we'll get the paint. We'll get the paints out one day, but we gotta keep rolling on this thing. We're gonna have plenty of time for updates. This thing will be down for probably a while. And there'll probably be a point where I don't have any money and we'll be bored. But I've got paint, so we can split things different colors. So maybe we'll revamp underneath the hood a little bit, make it spectacular. But I just need it to run, so we can go see how this thing starts, and then we'll check the voltage. The weird part about this is I don't have to cross my fingers and wonder if it's actually gonna fire up. Although it is the Malibu, so we should probably still do that because anything could happen at any point. At least to know we have electricity. It sounds awesome. This thing's already reading out 13.8. So, I don't know, that doesn't sound right to me. I want to say it should be like a 14. And that's also at 1200, 1100 RPM. 13.9. Let me check the voltage on the alternator. So loud. Charging at 14 volts. The pump right now at idle seeing 13, a little over 13 volts, so I guess that's decent. I think the next thing to do is we'll just plug the computer in, turn it down, take it for a run, and see if the voltage stays up at RPM. So let's turn this thing off, do that, go for a quick ride. Hey Lou, you gonna go riding dirty? You gonna go riding dirty? Let's go. Come on. Alright, you get back there. Let's go. Jump up there. Got my partner. Got that laptop. Look at that. Start slow. Start slow. Let's go for a little test drive. How you doing, bro? Girl, you ready? Oh, she's already behind me. Hey, hey. Gotta give it the boost. Here we go. Alright, hold on, Lou. Pressure looked good, so that means the voltage or the battery and everything's keeping up. But I think it was just flooding the crap out of it with fuel because we added a bunch on the dyno. Now we don't need it because the pump's working. So I think it's going to try to pull a bunch of fuel out. And we rub every time we turn left, so that's always interesting. And look, bad news is I have zero time to pretty much dial anything in before Saturday. So maybe I can do a few more street hits. Probably not today's probably a bad idea, but maybe we can make some adjustments and make some passes. Maybe later. But between now and Saturday, I got to make a few more runs and pull a little bit of fuel and get this thing running a little bit better. But all in all, I think we're good. All right, deadlock, save. We'll run over there. We'll take a quick look at it. And then we got Lou. Hey, Lou. Lou, are you okay? Are you okay? I think. Well, so much for my passenger. She was not excited, I guess, about the ride, but I think she's just upset it's not running right, that's all. Hey, that is a wrap for this episode. So I still have to go look at the data log files, figure out what it's doing, but I think that we solved the issue with the battery and changing the grounds. It seems like the thing was loading up and breaking up because it was just flooding it with fuel. We added fuel in the dyno to try to bring the fuel up, and then that didn't work, and now the tune is stuck flooding it with fuel at this point because now the pump is on fire, getting some voltage, and yeah, we should be able to make some power. So we'll just pull a little bit of fuel out of this thing, get it dialed in, hopefully a little bit better before next Saturday. And if you were local, you're around, you're gonna be at Irwindale, and you see this rolling turd out there, you come swing by and say hi. I'm out.